welcome to Car Firm. Today we have our 2012 Subaru WRX STI. This car has a 2.5 litre petrol engine, has a 6-speed manual gearbox, and it's actually a very practical sports car because in a way, obviously you've got a good amount of boot space. You've got you can sit 3 adults in the back comfortably. You've got good leg room, good headroom, and you've got all this performance and sportiness of this car. So this car revs all the way to, or just under 7,000, about 6,700 RPM, and throughout the rev range, it's got plenty of torque, it's got plenty of power, and because it's all-wheel drive as well, it delivers that power really well. There's no struggling for traction or anything like that, so it's actually very, very capable of going off the line and maintaining that performance, that speed throughout bends and everything like that as well. Obviously you have a very, very stiff suspension in a vehicle like that, the way it should be, and the suspension itself actually works really well. There's no knocks or bangs or any nasty noises coming from the suspension, so it all works absolutely fine. The steering wheel as well, dead straight, no tracking, balancing issues whatsoever. Good bit of feedback from the steering wheel, and that works very well because you can get a lot of the time squeaking and stuff like that from the steering wheel. It's absolutely fine. Now in regards to the performance, we're in second gear now. So this car pulls really well. In fact, it pulls really hard. Even though it's all-wheel drive, as I mentioned, if this was rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, you'd feel the torque a lot more, you'd push you in your seat a lot more. However, I'm sure everyone would rather have the four-wheel drive system. It works absolutely fine, and you're not going to get stuck in anything or have any issues. The other thing on the car is obviously the brakes. They work well, they're very strong. In fact, we're at 55 miles an hour now. If I was to press the brakes, there's no juddering, shaking or anything like that coming from the brakes at all. Nice and smooth braking, and as I said, brakes are very effective. And also the gearbox and the clutch, so being the type of car it is, it does have a heavier clutch than normal, but which is a lot better because you have so much more control over the clutch that way. And the gearbox as well, it's very smooth, it's very easy to put it in and out of gears. When cars like this, if they've not been treated in the right way, you find 9 out of 10 times that the gearboxes really do show for that, and it's hard to put them into gears sometimes. However, with this one, every single gear that I've gone through has been effortless, it's been very smooth. Even as we speak now, I'm just changing up and down the gears, and it works superb. The clutch itself, like I said, is slightly on the heavier side, however, no slipping or anything. It works absolutely fine. Now we're going to get out onto the A1 now, and gives us another opportunity to pick up some speed from this car. With this car, hear the sound of the engine, the sound of the exhaust, and everything like that as well, because it's actually a really nice sounding car. Like that, we're at 70 miles an hour, and I've only had the opportunity to go into 4th gear. So obviously once you put it into 6th gear, activate your cruise control. It's actually a very nice chilled out cruise. You don't realise the type of car you're in because it's actually very nice and smooth, and the cabin itself is actually rather quiet as well. So overall, very impressive car, very nice car, and it's actually a really good example of how these should be kept. So if you're interested in this car, head over to our website carfirm.co.uk, where you can reserve this car with a fully refundable £100, and we will hold it for you for 7 days. And here at Car Firm, we have over 100 cars and vans in stock at all times. We offer very competitive finance packages, tailor-made mats, extended warranties and paint protection. So if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with us, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.